to the park for the outdoors. I don't even know what day we're on anymore. Let's see. Let me see. The 8th was Thursday. 8th day was Thursday. Then 9th day was Friday. So 10th day was Saturday. Does that sound about right? So today's the 11th day. So we're past 1/7. I mean, is that right? We're 1/7 of the way already past. Because I guess not quite. Every 7.5 days. 7.5 days is 1 out of 75. Well, no, that's right. We're past. Wait, what? I guess 1/10. We're past the 10th, but we're not past the 7th. Man, traffic sucks. Tomorrow is a holiday of whatever, one of those Monday holidays. I don't even know what we're allowed to say anymore. I don't know. But if you have the day off, I hope you're going to have a good one. I've got little plans tomorrow. And then, I don't know. I'm, running about 37, 40 or so minutes late for what I wanted to do. I wanted to be out and already walking around noon. I cleaned out a lot of the garage area to be able to have space for the martial arts practicing. So I think I have enough space, kind of, way more than any other area of my house. I'm trying to clear out a little other section, but I counted that as my workout this morning. And then while I was working on some stuff, I did have to ice my back a little bit, and then I used the back massager. I've got this old injury, not even my back injury, but I've got this other old injury, kind of like, kind of near my collarbone and neck on the left side. It came from a long time ago. I think I foam rolled on top of something, maybe a nerve or something, and every so often it gets a little aggravated. I think the other night when I wasn't able to sleep properly, it got aggravated with me having the headphones on, or maybe this might be stress-induced stuff, because it seems to go away though. Like when I use the massager on it, I have one of those shiatsu pillow massager things that have the buttons with like 3 speeds, and then like you can have heat, or you can switch it to the other direction or turn it on or off. It doesn't have a lot of settings, but between the foam roller and that massager and hot water from the shower, and then like for my back also the ice pack. I mean, it's a lot, and all the stretching that I've been doing. I mean, it's a lot to have to like consider, but it's maintaining things, but it's really annoying because like sometimes I don't really have to do it, and then sometimes I'm like, I gotta do it more because like I'm sore or in pain or have something going wrong. So every so often I'm like, great, now I gotta do this again. Let me find parking. So I'm at the park. I'm going to get this workout done, and then I'm going to go from there. But once I get this workout kind of completed, jeez. Okay, good. This person isn't following me. I hate trying to turn around and then people are like wanting to follow or whatever. Actually, I should have gone down the other street. I'm trying to park in an area where I'll be able to get out easily. Yeah, I hope this park isn't too packed, because tomorrow is a Monday holiday, so people are probably gonna have the day off somewhat, and then people like to get out, and it's nice and sunny. We're supposed to have rain on like Tuesday of this week and then Monday of next week, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Alright, let me turn. Jeez. Alright, turn it all around. Trying to park my little car. I'm gonna do some walking. It's gonna be probably pretty slow. I've been noticing a little bit of like hip pain, not I don't know, just discomfort in my hips, like, or like very upper part of my legs. Like I've mentioned, I'm not going that hard, guys. But the motivation is more of what I need. I have options of types of things I can do. So as long as I've got the motivation, I should be good to rock and roll. Let me go. Let me get my timer arranged and start my little step-in app and earn 1 cent or something, 5 cents. Earn about 5 cents doing this a day. 10 cents or so. I think I have 50 cents worth of Solana. Let's see if I can get up a little more. It's really not motivating money. It's just something. But yeah. Let me choose what I'm going to listen to online while I'm walking. Get this stuff all chosen before I actually start the process. So I'm not trying to walk and do this at the same time. Let me see. So the sneaker is 90 out of 100%. I've got 131.31 GST. Let me repair my sneaker. Repair. It's going to cost me 3.8 GST. And let's see. It's at 34.4 efficiency. I really don't have a lot of... Let me see if I can add any gems. I really don't have anything I can do. What does level up do? It costs 8 GST and time of 480 minutes to go to level 8. Let me confirm that. So that's gonna take me like 8 days or something to boost it, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to play this stupid game. The boost cost is 48 GST. Why not? I've got it. It's probably not gonna all work right now, but let's see. Maybe it'll help me earn a little more as I go. I've got no real earnings, nothing significant anyway, so I'm really not that concerned how much I'm spending, because it's like whatever. I can get up to 45 today, it looks like. Whatever that number is, 45 is an in-app number that 2, 1. Alright, it's starting to track. And then now, let me save. Yes, it is. I think I'm gonna listen to that Marcion, or that Porphyry episode by David Litwa. Oops, stop. Reset. Alright. So the timer is about to start. Let me turn on that YouTube. Stop talking to you guys. Alright, I'll be back eventually once I finish all this. Alright guys, workout finished. I just realized I didn't take my picture this morning. So if I can have my iron supplement, which is part of my chosen diet program, and if I can have my picture that I need to take, if I can do that once I get back home, all I'll have left to do is the reading / journaling and the hydrating. That's kind of how I like the day to end. It's 1:39 p.m. right now, Sunday. And so, yeah, we're making good time. Lunch is going to be late, probably closer to 2:30, because by the time I go do an errand and then get all the way back home and all that, it's going to be pretty late. So, I'll talk about that more. I probably don't need to talk about it more. Like, every day is kind of like the same thing. It's just the schedules are different. Really, today, what's throwing me off is having to submit some paperwork for a course. And then I kind of was reviewing what would be needed, and I was texting a friend and planning to meet with someone tomorrow evening, early evening, and the kind of texting with that and kind of like informing my friend and then kind of checking in with a friend and finishing the submission. I think I would have submitted it. It looked like 5 minutes before noon, and I was happy about that because I could have started my workout around noon. But like I said, I left the house about 37 minutes late because it took an extra however long, like over 40 minutes to actually submit this thing, because I had to submit a resume. Then I was like, oh shoot, let me update my resume. And then I guess there was some text that, I didn't see at first where it was saying to make it a PDF format, and then the way it needed to be formatted had to be a certain way, and it wasn't accepting everything, and I kept saving it and save as and like saving the wrong ones, and I spent a good 40 something minutes doing that, so it wasted time, but whatever. I have all day. I'm really kind of starting to see how this might look, though. My schedule's going to really have to tighten up when I have other things going on, because it seems like I've had some days where I have maybe one thing to do. Like Tuesday, I had one thing to do that was a must, which was an important meeting. I did work out, I think, before that, but that was, that led into me being a little bit late because I wasn't really able to kind of like do the whole eat breakfast and prepare, my to-go bag and prepare my lunch and like bring a change of clothes and all the stuff I had to gather. I should have done it the night before, so I'm going to have to start pre-planning like the night before what I need to do for the day of, so that it's just kind of like buying me a little more time. I've noticed with my workout clothes, I think I said this before, like I kind of learned this from a movie. There was this movie with like Brad Pitt in it way back in like the 80s or something, and he was like a runner, and I saw how he kind of, in the movie, it has nothing to do with really education, but I kind of pick stuff up from movies, like positive sayings, motivational quotes, stuff like that, and just like skills that people use when you see it's like, oh, it's a professional athlete or like a really skilled athlete, and you kind of see what they do in a movie, and it's like a fictional movie, I don't know if it's based on a real story or not, but it, a lot of these sports movies are fictional, and he basically had his clothes like laid out so that all he had to do is like get up, put his stuff on, put his shoes on, and then the first thing he did in the morning was go running. And I was kind of like, okay, that kind of makes sense if I'm gonna work out before breakfast. So I just usually have my shorts, sports bra, t-shirt, towel. I usually have water near my bed anyways, but there's water there. My little workout to go drawstring bag has like a band in it. It's got like a resistance band that has handles, a different type of resistance band that's just, it looks like a big piece of rubber, like a flat piece of rubber that you can like stretch around and stuff. I've got, what else do I have? Yeah, that's what I have for resistance bands. I've got I've got that for the resistance bands. I've got my gloves. They're kind of like fingerless gloves for like lifting. I keep those in there. I tend to keep my little sports towel in there. I haven't really been going into the actual gym, but I used to keep this stuff in my some of this stuff in my gym bag, but I keep it in this little bag. I mean, my gym bag has my, you know, it already has like a little like loofah and some soap and lotion and shampoo and stuff like that. And I keep my basketball and my flip-flops in the car. Things that I'm likely, like, if I'm just going to be out and about, certain stuff. I don't like to be like, oh, there's certain stuff I need to do the active hobbies, and so now I have to go all the way back home and get my things. And so it's nice if I'm already out. I always have my basketball on me. I always have usually extra water on me. I always have I guess that's about it. I have my flip-flops on me. So if I do decide just to go to the gym and I want to go to the sauna or something like that, I have my flip-flops, you know. I try not to keep so much stuff in the car. Like, when I had a car where I wasn't sharing it with anybody else ever, pretty much, I used to have a whole bunch of stuff in my car. But now I don't really do that as much, because it does get to be a little bit like, if I'm sharing a car when, you know, like if family's in town or something and they're using the car, then I'm like, all my stuff might be in the car with them. So I try not to have like too much stuff in the car anymore. But I do still keep things in the car. So it helps to keep stuff in the car. So that at least, you know, if I am out and about already and I want to do something, I can at least use some of what I have to do what I want, you know, instead of being like, you know. And I try to keep an extra t-shirt in the car. I used to keep like other stuff like underwear and all kinds of things, because I used to be out and I'd be like at the beach and then go to the gym and go swimming and like all, like maybe not all that in the same day, but like I was a lot more random. I would hike more and stuff like that, so I had like a lot more like extra and variety of stuff. And it just helped, you know. It wasn't like the best plan, but it does kind of help to have some of the stuff you're going to use, so that you're not always like wasting time having to go back home and like find all your things and get them all. So that little tip kind of does help, but I'm going to have to get a lot more strict with it. A lot more strict, so that I can sharpen up my schedule, because my schedule is still pretty, like, you know, random, and I am still struggling sometimes with my day to kind of get my day rolling the way that I want it to be. And I do kind of generally have an idea of what I want to do, but even like today, I mentioned to one friend, you know, I was like, hey, do you want to chat on the phone? And it's like an East Coast person, and they've got plans that they had to do, and I was like, let's check around noon. And then I kind of checked back around noon, and we were both kind of like already exhausted, because we kind of talk on the phone for like hours. And so I was like, I really don't know. Like, I'd love to talk to him today. I just am like not feeling like today is gonna be too smooth for both of us. Like, it's optional. I'm not trying to like overwhelm us and like, hey, let's talk on the phone. I'm like, when we both don't have energy to do it. It's so much more fun when we both have energy to talk. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. We, you know. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna check my Venmo. See if I got cash on this account. I should. Okay, I do. Dang, man. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Like, I feel good. I'm just like sizing up my schedule for the week, and I'm like, man, as good as I feel, I don't know if I really am having doubts about the combinations of these plans trying to work out, and it's hard. It's hard. It is hard, you know. And I'm like, wow, at least I have time to do it. If I didn't have time to do it, I'd be so screwed. But yeah, it is kind of hard. I will admit. I mean, I'm making it light on myself, but it is fairly difficult. I am having some difficulties, I must admit. Wow, people are just driving everywhere. Right. Okay, is this guy backing in, or what's he doing? Oh no. No! Still trying to back out. I don't know, people got these big cars, man. I'm behind this Tundra. It's a massive Tundra. But yeah, I guess that's all I've got to say. I don't have a whole lot left to finish today, so I think I'll be alright.